Welcome to Gatemen Postgame Live, everybody. The Gatemen win 13-9 on a wild day as it's a Redshirt Friday. Look at all of us. We match. We're looking good here today. Jacob Toby alongside Matt Fell to my left. Jake Garcia, my broadcast partner, and Andre Sims all the way over to my right. All in us red shirts tonight. So a 13-9 win for the Gatemen tonight over the Y-D Red Sox. The Y-D Red Sox came in top of the Eastern Division. The Gatemen coming in second in the West, and they'll stay that way, but Falmouth loses tonight, so they creep up a little bit in the standings. Jake Garcia, just a weird day overall. Please explain it to the people that didn't stay with us on the broadcast or didn't even tune in for the whole day.
Where to start? I have to look down at my scorebook just to make sure I'm getting this all right. But in between the top of the 7th and the bottom of the 7th, there was lightning seen off in the distance. Our cameras at WCTV actually captured it quite perfectly. I'd say about an hour and a half lightning delay, because as soon as you see lightning in the sky, you can't play for another 30 minutes. So with each passing lightning, we were literally being extended 30 more minutes, 30 more minutes. And the situation arose in which we were only going to get out of here unless it started to pour rain and the field proved to be unplayable. Well, that never happened. The lightning eventually subsided and we resumed. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Wareham actually pushed 2 runs across, which is weird. I thought that would never happen. I thought there'd just be like 15 groundouts and that was going to be that. In the bottom of the 8th, though, we didn't even get to finish the inning because more lightning was seen off in the distance, and the coaches met with the home plate umpires, and they decided to call the game. And I just want to show what I wrote on my scorebook here. I'm not sure if anyone's going to be able to see this, but in case you can pick it up, ha, 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 ball game over. That was what kind of day it was here at Spillane. Really just an interesting one all around, and my scorebook, I feel, reflects that.
I'm really scared right now as it's lightning in the background and thundering as well. So, Matt, you can just blab.
I will blab about the top of the order. Joey Bartosik and Robbie Metz go 1-2 tonight as Cole Freeman and Alex Destino get the day off with the All-Star game tomorrow, and both of them produced when they had to, considering that this was a bit of a downgrade of a lineup compared to what we've seen these last couple of days. Bartosik reaches base 3 times, Metz reaches base 4 times, and comes up with his first home run of the season. A big home run at that. It put the Gatemen up 5-1 in the bottom of the 2nd. And as this season progresses, we've talked about it time and time again, as kids go home, as kids get hurt, those 2 kids especially are going to be heavily relied upon. And in order for the season to go the way the Gatemen want to and ultimately bring a Cape Cod Baseball League championship back to Wareham, those 2 kids are going to really have to step up over these last 3 to 4 weeks of the season.
Ezekiel Sanchez gets his first start in left field tonight. What'd you see out of him, Andre Sims?
Yeah, a bit of a relative unknown for many of us and just people amongst the Gatemen organization, except for Bob Prince, who's his head coach. But I saw a very impressive debut, a really dynamic player. He's got good speed on the base path. He held his own against Cape League pitching tonight. Also made a spectacular catch slamming up against the wall in left that I watched happen, and he took an incredibly efficient route to. So it wasn't just like a, oh my God, I misjudged this, let me run it down. It took every ounce of that run to really make that catch. And so yes, he did have the one error that proved to be fairly costly in this one. That was on a bit of a miscommunication between him and Nico Giratano. But overall, for a debut of a Division III baseball player in the Cape League, you couldn't have asked for much more.
Are we doing hot takes or?
Absolutely doing hot takes.
All right, I guess I'll start with you, my friend.
Yeah, well, I feel like my job right now is to relay some of the factoids that may have been glossed over as we went through this game, just because it was such a weird game. Well, Wareham now has a 5-game winning streak, and for them, the last time they won 5 games in a row, 2012, their championship season. They actually closed the season out, their championship run in the playoffs, on a 5-game losing streak. So that certainly bodes well for this Wareham team, as we're now going to get people driving behind us. Okay, now that we have good audio again, a 5-game winning streak for Wareham, the longest in the regular season since 2011. Also, Cole Freeman now is unqualified for the batting title because he didn't receive a plate appearance today. Fear not, Wareham fans. If he just plays in one more game for Wareham, gets 4 plate appearances, he'll be right back there. Just something that's minor because he didn't get the start today. We'll see him tomorrow in the All-Star game.
Well, I think the concern for me in this is, are the Gatemen peaking too early? And after a pretty dismal 0-5-2 stretch, I was talking with Cam Murphy, our scout liaison, and he said this team is really hitting its stride, and I agree with that, but I wonder if it's a bit too soon just because of the fact that, so they've won 5 games, but there's still 2 weeks left in the regular season. You said in 2012 when they won 5 games in a row, it was to close the season. You want to be playing your best ball closing the season, and I'm not sure if this team can sustain this over the remainder of this regular season. So I feel like we should just worry about the fact that, is this too early? Are they going to regress at the end of the season and be sputtering into the playoffs.
Better now than never, though.
Well, I'm known for my pessimism back at school, but I will strike a different tone. And I actually believe that this team seems to be, and Andre, you've actually talked about this a bunch, but they seem to really enjoy playing with one another, and they seem to be having a lot of fun doing it. There was obviously, after 0-5-2, there could have been easily a stretch where this team continued to slowly fade, but now they're right in the thick of things. They're now just 5 points back of Falmouth. Maybe they make one last run at first place. They still take on the Commodores one more time this season, so a chance to pick up ground and get that capacity. But overall, I mean, once again, even though he only went one inning of work, Jake Mathis was the story once again for me. He continues to be a lockdown arm out of this bullpen and someone that you can really rely on in the late innings, and that's going to be something this team really needs heading down the stretch. Someone that can come in there, and we know that Mathis can probably end up giving them 3 innings of work. So if you can get reliable 3 innings out of someone from Angelo State who's going to be a senior, that's quite the asset that any Cable League team would like to have.
Hot take prediction, Colton Shaver, 12 home runs tomorrow in the home run derby. 12 home runs. 12.
I'm gonna go the under there. He might win it, but I'll go under.
I will go 14.
I'll take 10.
All right, we'll see who's right. I take 12 and
I'll go 9.
9. All right, under. I like it. We'll see what happens. Gatemen win 13-9. Matt Feld, Andre Sims, Jake Garcia. I'm Jacob Toby. We're about to get killed, so see you later.